Hey guys, so this is part 2, right? If you accidentally selected this one first, go see the other one real quick. So again, I was talking about, hey, if I give you the area, right, what is a possible length? What's a possible width? So okay, now I'm going backwards. I used to find area by multiplying length times width, but now I got to go backwards. So what I have to do is I actually have to factor this quadratic. So let's go through the Punnett square here. Let's draw that. You get 3x squared in the first box, right, coming from your first term. Negative 7 goes in the last one. Well, I know a 3x squared comes from multiplying 3x times x, which gives us 3x squared. Now, things that multiply to give us negative 7, well, my options are pretty limited. I either have negative 7 and 1, or negative 1 and 7. Now, the order does matter for this one, right? Because that 3x sitting up top will affect it depending on where I put the 7 and the 1. I'm going to say negative 7 goes down here. Let's try the first one. And positive 1 up here. So what is 1 times x? Well, that gives you a positive 1x. Now, what is 3x's times negative 7? That gives me negative 21x. So negative 21x plus 1x. What is that going to be? That is going to be negative 20. Hey, that actually works out. I got negative 20x. So now I know my two binomials, my two factors are 3x plus 1 and x minus 7. But again, the question still is, which is length and which is width? Length is the longer one. Now, again, longer, well, I got to make it bigger. So if I add 1 and I multiply by 3, that's enlarging it, right? As opposed to, hey, if you have something and you take away 7, you're making it smaller. So again, this is going to be our width. This is going to be our length. This should be 3x plus 1, and this should be x minus 7. All right, guys, let's move on to the next one here. So same deal. I want you guys to try this. So what if now I give you that the area is x squared minus 16? How the heck is this going to work? Now notice this is a little strange, right? I'm missing that bx term in the middle. That bx term is missing. If you really wanted to write and get technical, that's really a 0x sitting right there in the middle. So again, pause the video and try it out. Okay, so what we end up getting, guys, let me draw my Punnett square because I do have to factor again. I want to find that length, find that width. Well, I know x squared goes here in the first box. I know negative 16 is my constant, goes at the end. X times x gives us x squared. Now, options for negative 16, I had negative 2 and 8, negative 8 and 2, negative 16 and 1, negative 1 and 16, or negative 4 and 4. Okay, and I'm going to go with that last one. So I'm going to put negative 4 up top, positive 4 on the bottom. So let's see how this works. What is negative 4 times x? That's negative 4x. What is x up here times this 4? Well, this gives us 4x. Now, 4x's minus 4x's, that's actually going to cancel out, right? Those guys go away. That's why we don't see that middle term. That's why we get that 0x. Perfect. So I found my two factors. My two binomials are x minus 4 and x plus 4. But again, which is which? Which is length? Which is width? Length. Again, length, longer, right? Which is going to be longer? If I subtract 4 from something or if I add 4 to that something? Yeah, it's going to be, if we add 4, right, you're going to make it bigger. So my length is going to be the x plus 4. My width is going to be that x minus 4. So perfect. All right. Now let's move on to this next. So our current situation says, hey, our classroom measures 20 feet by 30 feet. And here you have that picture, right? I want to expand. I don't have enough space in here, man. I got to double the length and quadruple the width. What are the new dimensions? Essentially, I want to get a new picture going here so we can see what's going to happen. I want to make this much bigger, right? So it says I need to double the length. Well, here I have my length is 30, right? It's the longer side. How the heck am I going to double that? Well, double means that you multiply by 2. So what is 2 times 30 feet? Well, if I double it, this new dimension should be 60 feet. Now, this is the weird one, quadruple. If I want to quadruple the width, well, yeah, that means I have to multiply. Multiply by what? Multiply by 4. So what's 4 times 20 feet? That is going to be 80 feet. So what are the new dimensions? My length, okay, and my width are there. They actually switch spots, which is interesting, right? So again, that's all I'm asking. But again, that's going back to the very basics. What happens if I have a x's variables? What if I have a polynomial here? So currently it measures, it says 3x by 7x, and I want to double the length and triple, this time triple the width, right? And double the length. It says draw a picture of the new kitchen's dimensions and find the area. So I got to draw a picture actually like I did last time, but this time it actually wants me to find the area as well. So I know that if I'm doubling and tripling, this picture should be bigger, right? Of course it's not drawn to scale, but I should get a bigger dimensions here. So let's go back and it says I want to double the length. So my length is the longer one. So the 7 up here. If I want to double it, I'm going to multiply this by 2. So it's 2 times 7x. Well, this top piece turns into a 14x. Now it says I want to triple the width. So if I want to triple this, well, I got to multiply by 3. So what's 3 times 3x? That is going to be a 9x. Now all I've done right now is satisfy this part of the question. Draw a picture of the new kitchen and its dimensions. Well, here we go. Here's the new kitchen and its new dimensions, 14x and 9x. But it also says, hey, find that area. Well, how do I find area? Don't forget, area, we multiply our length times our width. Well, what's my length? 14x. Times, what's my width? 9x. So I have to multiply 14 times 9. Well, again, I don't know that off the top of my head. 14 times 9, that is going to be 36. Let's carry that 3. 9 times 1 is 9. I add 3, 10, 11, 12. So 126. Now don't forget, when you multiply x times x, we're going to get x to the second power. So there we have it, guys. All right, we doubled the length, tripled the width, and we found those dimensions, of course, and we found the area, 126x squared. All right, guys, so here's your assignment. It's 5 questions, again, pretty much one from each one of those little sections we did. So this one's, again, add the following. You have a trinomial plus a binomial plus a binomial. Distribute those ones, combine like terms, put it in standard form. Calculate the perimeter. How do you calculate perimeter? You add up all sides. Now notice, here I give you a kitchen. Okay, assume that this kitchen is a rectangle. So again, you're not just going to add up those 2 sides. There are 4 sides to this kitchen. Same thing here. Calculate the area of the bedroom. Okay, assume that this bedroom is some rectangle that measures 4x by 3. 4x minus 3 by 2x minus 6. So again, area, how do I find area? I have to multiply length times width. Perimeter up there, we have to add up all the sides. If the area of the living room is x squared plus x minus 6, what is the length and the width? So again, this is where you have to factor. Okay, how do we factor? Well, I use the Punnett square. All right, and again, give me that length, give me that width. The last one is just like the previous example we did. I need to double the length and I need to triple the width. So again, you're going to draw a picture for me. Again, I want that new garage. And I also need you guys to calculate the area. So, so you have it. 5 problems. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you have any questions, please make sure you jot those down so you don't forget them. Have a great day, guys.